Meet the infamous Hakier, a graduate software engineer, originally born in Japan and raised in South Africa. Follow us as he manipulates and exploits technologies thought to be bulletproof.
Do you realize how many outside systems I've gone into? How many programs I've appropriated?
I've searched a vast amount of sites and blogs, spoken to many professionals, and tried many of the so-called working methods of hacking or bypassing OTP verifications and two-factor authentications. All of which took either a lot of time or a lot of money. Except for lots of nonsense false websites containing redirect links and enough advertising to bury a soccer team, if theoretically speaking. Advertising was in pamphlets and flyers and not digital, and it comes down to making you subscribe to some VoIP service and you end up with a virtual number that's irrelevant to the specific OTP message you require. Scams and adverts, even after days of deep diving into the dark web. I gave up. I wasn't going to pay for a service or buy a Google number. I didn't want to download a software and use my computer as I was already paranoid enough. So I looked around my house for another device that would allow me to access the internet. It didn't take long to find it, my smartphone. However, finally I've come up with a method which is not only cheap but also easy to execute and gives you 100% success rate. This method can be used to hack online accounts which are protected with two-factor authentications and one-time passwords. What is two-factor authentication? Two-factor authentication is a security measure that makes your online accounts even harder to hack into because you need something in RN. What I'm about to show you is a method often used by professional hackers running extensive tools like Wireshark and Burpsuit on Kali Linux PC operating systems. However, I personally developed two mobile applications for you guys, and since I figured most viewers aren't running custom ROMs on rooted phones, having root access is not required. All that is needed is a smartphone and an internet connection. This method can be used to bypass 2FA on any website that supports 2FA with an OTP message to your phone number. We're going to do this without sharing or receiving a single OTP message on our phone. That's right, we're going to hack into our own 2FA security using only our smartphone. Before we begin, let me quickly explain how normal 2FA works and the steps required to receive an OTP message. 1. You log into a protected website with your username and passwords. You may know, most two-factor authentication systems rely on the transmission of a temporary code via SMS. However, with the proliferation of mobile apps such as Google Authenticator, many services now offer to send those codes via an app instead of a text message. RN, what you may not know is that if the service you're trying to access allows mobile app two-factor authentication, then most mobile apps that facilitate two-factor authentication also have a legacy mode, which enables the app to receive text-based two-factor authentication codes. I'm going to show you how to bypass any type of two-factor authentication with only your Android smartphone. You won't need any hacking knowledge or even have any technical skills, provided you pay very close attention at everything I do throughout the entire video. I provided a link in the description that will redirect to a document containing links of all of the required tools mentioned next, okay? Ready? Wait. First, a little disclaimer needs to be mentioned. This video and its content has been made available for informational and educational purposes only. Vestex, Skyber, and YouTube hereby disclaim any and all liability to any party for any direct, indirect, implied, punitive, special, Incidental or other consequential damages arising directly or indirectly from the misuse of the video content, and this is solely a demonstration of security vulnerabilities with the permission of all. Patent, domain, websites, and credit card samples of the owners involved. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, let's get started. What are we going to do?
Okay, now that we have that out of the way, let's get started. What are we going to do? Let's get started. Connect to a VPN, preferably a South African server, because the servers are not frequently used and not listed as a VPN service provider, as 97% of all VPN service providers get service requests in Europe, Asia, or North America. Next, use a location spoof application that's enabled in developer options in your settings menu. It must match the same city of the VPN server you're connected to. Verify if it works by opening Google Maps and looking for the blue dot. We'll be using two specialized applications I developed called SkyberSniff Trademark and Skyber Cryptographic Calculator Trademark. Both are paid for only versions and unfortunately not available anywhere on the Internet or Play Store for obvious reasons, although the application costs are less than $20 and only to cover my costs involved in development for this purpose. If you want to avoid spending money, subscribe and stay tuned for my next video where I'll be showing you how to install a fully independent Windows 11 operating system on a rooted Android device. No, not a RDP service that connects the user to a remote desktop, but a fully operational, let's say offline version running on mobile. Since Windows allows users to run Kali Linux OS on virtual machine software, similar tools like Wireshark and Burpsuit are available in Kali for free. Next up, use any mobile browser that includes the ability to change the UA. UA is short for user agent. This is information that can trick websites into thinking that it is a different browser or a different device. Commonly used by web hackers to test compatibility and detect bugs, as well as to optimize websites for mobile devices. In this video, I will be using Chameleon browser. Before continuing, search up a trace my IP and open 2 or 3 of the results. The information displayed should match everything you've set up correctly. Next up, install SkyberSniff, copy the PEM file to your Android folder and run the app. I'm going to visit my own company website as a customer and proceed to purchase airtime using a temporary prepaid card. That requires 2FA for online purchases. For those viewers who intend on using the card information seen, I disabled and cut it up at the time of uploading this. I add a couple of airtime vouchers to the cart, create an account, and then I'm asked for card details to finalize payment. After entering the card details and clicking pay, I'm automatically redirected for 2FA authentication, requiring me to input a 6-digit code from an OTP sent to the linked card. I also see a cancel transaction button. Click that button. You will be redirected back to the final stages of checkout and a payment failed status will show. Now, minimize the browser and open SkyberSniff app and stop the service. Open the result list and look for the last result displayed of the browser being used and select it. Now you will see the response sent from the server to the web domain, encrypted via TLS. RN copy the entire message and open the second app called Skyber Cryptographic Calculator. Select the algorithm and key from the website. This information is easily obtained by opening the target website in Google Chrome and clicking on the padlock icon, displayed on the left next to the URL bar. And clicking on Connection is secure again should display the following information of the website certificate, such as certificate information, methods of encryption, and authentication methods with hash keys.
Copy and paste the fingerprint hash information, key exchange information, and the TLS certificate fingerprint hash in decrypted text and select the matching options on the Skyber Cryptographic Calculator app. To get the TLS certificate fingerprint hash in decrypted text, copy and paste the hash using any online converter. After inputting all the information, select Decrypt. You will be automatically redirected to a generated HTML displaying the decrypted response in readable text as well as prompting an input field to re-encrypt. Copy the exact same text from the result. It starts with HTTP 1.1200 OK followed by lots of gibberish, and the very last word will be error. Paste the exact message back into Skyber cryptographic calculator, re-encrypt, but editing only the text error, replacing it with the word success, remember, always in English.
Now you will see the encrypted message result.
Copy that and using Burpsuit on Android, send the response to the exact same URL target after switching off airplane mode and wait to be redirected to the order confirmation or payment successful page. Congratulations, you have just bypassed OTP without buying a useless VoIP number, getting scammed, or clicking fake website links. Thank you for reading and watching. Please like and subscribe to stay tuned for real-life hacking, exploits, vulnerabilities, and software development updates. Download links in the description.
And there it is. Who's the best hacker in the world, people? Where's this, Mom? What is wrong with you two? That's not true.
And watching. Please like and subscribe to stay tuned for real-life hacking, exploits, vulnerabilities, and software development updates. Download links in description.
We here at Investec Skyber would like to thank you for watching this video all the way. Hit us up in the comment section below. I'll be pleased to assist you in any, and I mean any way I can.